Hi everyone, I want to quickly make a video comparing ChatGPT Deep Research, Super Grok Deep Research, specifically Grok 3 and the ChatGPT Agent, which combines deep research with browsing functionality. I'm also throwing Grok 4 into the mix. Basically, I'll have each of these tools create an economic report on Nova Scotia, and at the end, I'll let ChatGPT 4.5 decide which report is the most detailed and comprehensive. I chose Nova Scotia specifically because it's the second smallest province in Canada and typically has fewer economic reports available, especially compared to larger regions like Ontario or BC. So it'll be interesting to see how deep each tool can dig. For the original prompt, I used ChatGPT O3 Pro to generate the prompt for the Nova Scotia Economic Overview Report, around 1,200 words. Now I'm going to copy and paste that prompt to each model. Grok 4 doesn't have deep research option, but I remember XAI claims Grok 4 has deep research function built in, along with reasoning capabilities. I'm going to evaluate them myself first, but then I'll have ChatGPT 4.5 provide an objective judgment on comprehensiveness. Normally, ChatGPT Deep Research asks for more input, but I'm not giving any extra input this time since other models don't request it. They just jump straight into the task. So, let's see. I'm pretty curious if the agent model can generate more detailed report than the deep research model because it has browser access. Some sites and news can only be reached through a browser, but not available for deep research model. It looks like Grok 3 Deep Research is really active right now, checking a lot of websites. 25 results already. It's clearly following the prompt closely, analyzing economic indicators and income trends. It's good to see it's on track. Interestingly, it seems I can't run the agent and deep research simultaneously. One is waiting in the queue. Grok 4, however, is incredibly fast. It already produced results, but to be honest, they aren't what I expected. It checked a massive 38 sources, but the report itself is disappointingly brief, especially sections like demographic notes, just one sentence. Definitely not acceptable for me. Sector snapshots are way too short. As well, I'm definitely not going to use Grok 4 for this type of report again. To be fair, none of these tools had any previous knowledge about Nova Scotia because I specifically set that condition in the prompt. This was intentional. I wanted genuinely deep research, not something pulled from memory. Okay, Grok 3 just finished. Only 7 sources checked, fewer citations, but still much more detailed and comprehensive compared to Grok 4. I don't like those ultra short bullet points, especially in the executive summary. Labor market coverage has just one sentence, though employment rates got 2 or 3 sentences. The ChatGPT agent is still working, checking sources like Halifax Partnership. It's a good local data website, but it seems it's hitting some website errors now, 520 bad gateway. Meanwhile, ChatGPT Deep Research checked 20 sources and is still running parallel with the agent. To save your time, I'm going to fast forward a bit, jumping right to the final comparison stage with ChatGPT 4.5. I know watching these processes is entertaining, but it can also be pretty time consuming. Surprisingly, the deep research model finished before the agent model, which is still going, even after 20 minutes for just a 1,200 word report. From my experience, the agent model often requires a lot of user input, especially for tasks involving email or storage, making it frustratingly slow. I'm honestly not a huge fan. The ChatGPT Deep Research produced 11 citations, and its content is impressively detailed. It has that narrative style I prefer, although it went over the requested word count for the executive summary. Still, overall, I really like its output. Lots of information and thorough coverage. Finally, the agent finished with 13 citations. Now let's quickly compare them. Now I'm pasting these reports into ChatGPT 4.5 to objectively decide which is best. Here's my prompt. Compare the 4 reports provided below. Identify which one offers the most comprehensive, detailed, and insightful analysis. Also indicate which report best aligns with the original prompt requirements. Explain your reasoning clearly in bullet points for easy understanding. After evaluating, ChatGPT 4.5 ranked them. Report 1, ChatGPT Deep Research, most comprehensive and detailed, exactly matching my own impression. Report 2, Grok 3, moderately detailed but less insightful. Report 3, ChatGPT Agent, least detailed and comprehensive. This is surprisingly poor, given its browser capability. I'm expecting it having better result. Report 4, Grok 4, moderate detail, good citations, but content too brief overall. The winner clearly is ChatGPT Deep Research. It consistently provided detailed insights, matched the original prompt closely, and overall offered the best depth and comprehensiveness. Interestingly, you can use Grok 3 Deep Research for free, even without a subscription, which makes it a decent alternative despite being slightly less detailed. This was a fascinating comparison. I do a lot of research, and I'm genuinely surprised that the agent model didn't do better, given all its fancy browsing abilities. Perhaps all that browsing just drains resources without adding much value. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. This was definitely an eye-opening experience for me. If you enjoyed this kind of deep dive, stick around, because in the next video, I'm going to test something really interesting. AI text watermarks. I'll run text content from different models through an AI detector to see which ones get flagged and which ones fly under the radar. It should be fun. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're curious to see how these tools stack up, and I'll catch you in the next one.